Everybody, you're watching the Fantasy Football Show, week number 9, news edition, Thursday night football, preview edition, you name it, we're breaking it down. We're taking phone calls, we're taking voice messages, we're doing the marker board, we're taking the super chats, we're doing it all. We're doing it all live, T-minus 3 minutes. Appreciate everybody being in here. And yes, we are live. Cooper's first in the building. Cooper, appreciate you being first in the building, pal. And as you all file in, please hit that thumbs up button. Let's do the countdown and get to the show.
You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. Smitty is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, good people? It is week number 9. We're walking into the Thursday night game between the Eagles and the Texans. You've got Thursday dilemmas on your hands. And frankly, we hate Thursday games as a fantasy football community, don't we? The problem is there's some good players playing tonight. So you don't have the luxury of saying, maybe I sit my mediocre player for another mediocre player that might be a lesser player, but because the lesser mediocre player is playing on Sunday, I can roll with them. No. You have a guy like Dameon Pierce that you need to throw in your lineup. You have players on this Philadelphia Eagle roster you can't even consider benching, so don't even try it. But we're looking at probably, if I had to guess, a potential mixed bag of good fantasy football production. And maybe, and I say this because I don't want anybody overreacting and benching Dameon Pierce or something like that. But maybe the Eagles this game gets out of hand. The Eagles get up big and then game scripted out. Dameon Pierce becomes I don't know. I hope not. The question you have to ask yourself is, do you have anything on your bench that's worthy of taking a gamble and putting this beast of a man, a man that's on our Moon Men list, I might add, a man that is sitting on our Moon Men list? Do you have the cojones and the ability to sit a man that rests upon our Moon Men list?
The Moon Men, dropping loads in outer space.
Look at this list. Look at it. Look at it.
Space Monsters.
I mean, I'm not sitting Dameon Pierce. I'm just not doing it. We've got the bots out tonight. They're always out. It's crazy. Thank you all for being first in the building. Cooper, David, Peanut Butter and Jelly, Slim, Zach F, Matthew, Ed, Zach, again, Marcos, Slayer. Slayer's in the building. Slayer to the moon.
To the moon.
Appreciate you, Slayer. Official in the building, Ronald, Dan Grimm, all you guys. You guys all rock. Let's get to the news, then let's start getting to the phone calls. I'm sorry about the super chats last week, guys, or yesterday. If you drop a super chat, I will answer them in order in which they appear. I really apologize if anybody's super chat got left hanging when the stream crashed yesterday. I will definitely try and pull all the super chats on my screen so that doesn't happen again. Derrick Henry did not practice on Thursday. This is a troubling piece of news, right? This guy had suffered a foot injury that required surgery and kept him out half a season last year, and he's got the mileage and all the concern there. So I'm definitely not excited to hear this news. I'll tell you that right now. But at the same time, he says he's playing. He did not practice, but he says he's playing. Now, playing on an injury, it may or may not lead to further injury. We don't know what's going on. Teams aren't giving us all the information these days anymore. Fantasy football circles don't get blessed with the amazing updates like we used to. Mixing an Amon-Ra for JJ. And see, I like these short super chats because I can answer these on the fly. Mixing an Amon-Ra for JJ and Najee. Give me JJ, and then I try and trade Najee for something a little bit better. I mean, I love the fact that Mixon's got more value than Najee, but how much more? And the fact that JJ is, head and shoulders above Amon-Ra, even though I love Amon-Ra, it's just a JJ's a big difference maker. Should I trade Kamara for Swift and Gabe Davis? No, you should not. Don't go near Swift right now at the cost of getting rid of a top, 5 to 10 overall player in Alvin Kamara. Some would say higher. No. They called it rest for a day on Henry, says Dominic. Yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely not panicked, but it's something to worry about a little bit. We didn't do the panic chamber yet this week. We're gonna do that episode tomorrow. The premiere will be tomorrow. It'll leave out the Thursday, guys, so we're a little late on the panic chamber this week, but we'll go over it. I'm sure we'll mention Derrick Henry, but he probably will not be in the panic chamber, just to let you know. The problem is the mileage, guys. The problem is the mileage, but he's probably fine right now. But it's a concern. It's something to just think about. Keep in mind. Mark Andrews was sidelined Thursday. This guy isn't healthy either. The tough part about Sanders is that I absolutely love trading for him. I don't know why. I tell you to stay away from injured players, but yet for some reason I'm gravitating toward buying Mark Andrews. Did I say Sanders? Did I say Sanders? I think I said Sanders. I gravitate. I think I read Sanders over in the live chat. I gravitate toward buying Mark Andrews, even injured, because he's at such a discount. I feel like this is an opportunity to get in on the Mark Andrews game when you weren't afforded to on draft day because people were drafting him way too high. I feel like you can get him right now in a buy low capacity that is going to far out reward your cost of entry. I just feel like if you can trade, like in an example of Swift, you own Swift. Look, Swift is a risk. JT's a risk. You could probably get Andrews and a player for JT if you were to trade JT for Andrews right now. You could get Swift, maybe a player with Andrews, maybe not. And the question is, both are injured, right? I agree. But I feel like if you are okay at running back, let's say you've got Walker and Pierce, you got ETN and Walker, you got Pierce and ETN, and you got another running back that you're rotating, and you're kind of okay at running back, and Swift is also on your team. I feel like I might go in the direction of getting Mark Andrews for Swift. It might be your last resort, and it's a pretty good open line to go get him. So I'm all about buying Mark Andrews right now, even though he's injured. I'm willing to take the risk. There's certain risk I'm willing to take. There's certain risk I'm not willing to take. I feel like this is a very, very good risk to take. Michael K. CPA, Ron Navy in the building. Can I get some Ron Navy, Michael CPA, Michael K. CPA emojis, please?
To the moon.
For the gentlemen we call goats in the building, OGs of the show. So go buy Andrews. If you got Andrews questions, post them. This news, you could see this coming from 1,000 miles away during the offseason, right? Michael Thomas, done for the year, toe surgery. This guy can't. This is one of those situations where it's like people say people aren't injury prone. Injury prone is not a thing, Smitty. Injury prone's not a thing. Anybody can get hurt. It's football. It's football, Smitty. No. This guy is not going to stay healthy. This is the definition of injury prone. And not to mention the compensation stuff that I talked about. What was it? It's toe surgery. Did he break the toe? What was the details of the toe? If anybody has it, drop it in the chat. I don't know if it was like a broken toe, if it's the tendon or the like a ligament or something like that. I don't understand what this guy. It's compensation. It's compensation. You go out there and you can't use your foot the same or explode the same or lean on the foot the same. And especially with that ankle injury, he had a lot of compensation more than most injuries, because that high ankle sprain, it makes it you injure this right here, and it makes it to where this leg feels like it's going to separate these two bones. And so you learn how to explode different. You plant differently. You compensate more than really any other leg injury, to be honest. That high ankle is so hard because you gotta explode differently, and then what happens? You injure something else, like your car having alignment off, and then you drive on it. You're gonna create other problems, compensation problems. You can't really avoid it. You've been out of football this long, and you come back and try and play full go, and you're not fully ready, you're going to get compensation injuries. You have a torn Achilles tendon. Okay? Cam Akers, James Robinson, likely candidates for a compensation injury. J.K. Dobbins rushing back from a torn ACL, compensation injury. Godwin would have, if Godwin wasn't put on the pine to rest up other injuries. He ended up coming back a little slower, which was good for Godwin, but he's still at risk of compensation injuries because he's still trying to navigate his way back from a torn ACL. Torn ACLs are tough things to recover from. So in a nutshell, Dynasty, what are we thinking with this guy? Can this guy ever return to playing football on a consistent basis? If you're counting on that, I've got a bridge to sell you that's named Michael Thomas, and I will sell you 5 of them. I do not believe this guy will ever return to consistent form. Could he come back for 2 straight games and then be out? Sure, maybe something like that happens in the future. We see a flash of him pulling in a nice pass because his arms aren't broken. If someone throws a football near him, he's able to make a catch or something. But his lower body's going to continue to break down. It's just plain and simple. DeAndre Swift, ankle, shoulder, practice on Thursday. Thank God,
Mashed potatoes!
Now, is that enough to make us feel real comfortable and let us sleep all snug and tight in our beds at night? No, it's not, DeAndre. It's not. We need to see you out on the football field. We don't need to see your coach telling us they gave you the ball too much on your way back to not having a big game. The guy comes back and has a mediocre game, and the coach says, Excuse me. Where's my rant button? Excuse me, everybody, attention. DeAndre Swift, we gave him a small little itty bitty workload. Okay? We gave him too much. We're going to go ahead and dial it back. We're going to maybe let him play 2 or 3 plays. Kind of ease him into action. Stay tuned. DeAndre Swift may return to form at some point. This is how it felt. It was like a press conference of sadness. DeAndre Swift, they gave him too much. Darn it. Why can't... it's kind of like you look over and you see your opponent's player, right? This is how it is in fantasy football. You look over at his opponent's player, your opponent's player, and you see news where like, this guy's going to get fed. You're like, man. It's kind of like that photo of the dude walking with the girl and he's looking back at the other girl, and then people use it as that meme. It's like, I don't understand why the players that, it's always you. It feels like, that's why I feel like we live in a simulation sometimes, because you can't escape it, no matter who you are. It's like you're always looking at your team, and it's always all the people around you that have the positive things being said by their coach or the other guy's quarterback. It's the 4th quarter. They're up by 3 touchdowns, and he's still just throwing the ball. Like that's where you feel like, okay, the karma you live. Sometimes I wonder if we live in a simulation. I do, because when I come out and I say something and then it goes downhill, it has to. If I'm related and tied to that, we have to live in a simulation. None of you exist. I'm sitting here in a chair, hooked up to a bunch of wires. Because if what I say matters, if what I say controls things, and karma goes down, then we have to be living in a simulation. But in my simulation, why can't DeAndre Swift get a full, proper volume? Why does a guy named Dalvin Cook get to mangle his shoulder up? Absolutely mangle. Let me show you Dalvin Cook's shoulder. I've got an actual model of Dalvin Cook's shoulder right here. Here is Dalvin Cook's ball, and here is his socket, okay? This is the ball and socket. It keeps it in there nice and tight. The labrum keeps it in there nice and tight. Dalvin Cook's shoulder. This is his ball and socket. Here's the ball. Here's the socket. That dude goes out there, puts on a flak jacket, and he's continuing to play. But DeAndre Swift has had weeks of recovery, and he can't get out there and play football. I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, Matrix syndrome. Maybe. DeAndre Swift, get out there and play football, bro. He's practicing. That's great news. Maybe he gets more volume this week. Maybe we finally see him deliver. The question is, what do you do if you've got DeAndre Swift? What do you trade him for? I've got a couple ideas. I think the first idea that comes to mind for a Dalvin Swift trade is the one I just spoke of, Andrews. Go get Andrews. I think that's fantastic. That's a home run. I do that all day long. I love Swift. I wish Swift were doing something different. I wish in my simulation Swift was balling. It's my simulation. I don't know why I don't control my own simulation, but Swift isn't balling in my simulation. Therefore, I'm going to trade him. Another player that I might deal Swift for would be, clearly I'd take a Dameon Pierce. I think that's possible. I think people might flirt with that idea. Maybe you have to give more, potentially. Stevenson's probably like that lowest you'd want to go territory. And that's not bad. I like Stevenson. You could go across position if you can afford to. And like I said earlier, you're looking at different RBs that you have to kind of step up. You've got 2 RBs and Swift's your 3rd RB, or he was your 1 RB. Then you can go across and take a little gamble and go after a St. Brown. That's probably my favorite approach if you're fortunate enough to do that. That might be the best approach to get rid of DeAndre Swift. But and here's another guy, this character right here, Jonathan Taylor, the 1.1. You know those Halloween costume memes where they're like, imposter, and then it shows like, Hackett on the Halloween costume packaging, imposter. There it is. You want to be an imposter, wear this costume. It's a Nathaniel Hackett. I'm a head coach imposter. That's what you should have been for Halloween. I think Jonathan Taylor's the imposter 1.1 Halloween costume if you needed something to wear in retrospect. There you have it. I still believe this is a guy I'm willing to acquire at the right price tag. The question is, what's the right price tag anymore? We don't really even know. It's guesswork at this point. We don't even know if JT could ever return to form this year, or even okay, he's not returning to form. His line's not blocking like it used to. The offense is kind of like evolving under Ellinger. We don't even know what Ellinger is going to do. That could hold Pittman back. We'll see if Pittman's a good buy low, but he's also somebody you want to overpay for. But this guy Taylor is worth going and getting from an owner that is completely at his end. At his end. Like can't even look at Jonathan Taylor on his roster anymore. I've seen some pretty bad trades go down in the last 24 hours that people have sent me. A lot of them are my followers sending me an offer that happened that didn't involve them. They're just like, look what happened to the JT owner. That to me is a panic alarm going off.
Alert.
JT owners,
panic mode initiated.
They're panicking so badly on this guy that they're just wanting to wash their hands of him, just scrub their hands free. Just put them in the rear view so they don't have anxiety about it. And when I see 2, 3, 4 stories from my followers on my text line trickling in, 2 or 3 within an hour of where, hey, someone got rid of JT. Look at this. I should have went after him. That tells me, okay, like I said, my text line is one of the most powerful tools I have because I get there's hundreds and hundreds of people on it, and so I get good data. There's so much power in data, and when I see a trend going on, Ziggy, show me the backyard. This guy's worthless. This Ziggy guy's worthless. No showing me the backyard. No security. I gotta replace Ziggy, so I have better security. Ziggy, I'm gonna replace you. No response. Ziggy, I'm gonna replace you.
I'd like to know what went wrong.
A lot.
Can you give me more details?
No, a lot went wrong, Ziggy. Ziggy off. So what do you do to get JT on your roster? Again, the text line is so powerful because I'm hearing these stories where people are dumping like a let's see. Thank you, Ziggy. Appreciate you. You said I'm magnificent. Ziggy, volume up. Okay, so
You're magnificent.
thank you. Appreciate you, Ziggy. I should just have him tell me I'm magnificent every couple minutes. That's actually kind of nice. I kind of feel nice. Thank you, Ziggy. Ziggy, I appreciate that. He didn't even respond. I think what was the trade that I saw? It was like Chris Godwin and Monty for JT. Like that was one. And some might like that, to be honest. I saw one was, what was it? Cordero Patterson for JT. The other one was, what was it? It was Amari Cooper and like a running back that was barely startable for JT. Like you won't know until you try. If you sit here and let someone, my point of this story is you let somebody else come in and take JT away from the owner in your league that has JT because you just sit on your hands, twiddle your thumbs, and don't send a lowball offer his way. Send a lowball offer. Send an offer warranted of me pressing this button. I, Smitty, approve you sending a lowball offer for JT that warrants pushing this button.
You are offer sex. You are trade offer sex.
And because your opponents will be sending lowball offers for JT, and one of them is going to get lucky based on my text line data that shows that it's happening, you're going to be upset at yourself that you didn't send an offer. I guarantee you, some of you are coming back to me saying, Smitty, you're right. I should have did it. Somebody got blah, 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 blah. They got JT for this scrub here. They got JT for this scrub here. I'm gonna hear it, and you're gonna wish you had sent out a lowball offer for JT. I'm telling you right now. Rashad Bateman foot will undergo season-ending surgery. Very overdrafted guy, this Rashad Bateman. And I don't know how I feel about his future at all if we're talking dynasty. These are the bye weeks for week number 9, in case you are wondering. And again, we got the Thursday night game tonight between the Eagles and the Texans. So if you have any of those questions, hit me up. Let's get to some of these super chats. Let's also very quickly soon open up the phone lines. Andy Murphy with a $20 hauler gets immediate attention. Andy, I appreciate you, kind sir. I'm going to drag the super chats over here in the corner here so that I do not miss them like I did last time. So I'm going to put all these right here. And that way we keep them safe and sound. Yesterday it was a combination, and I don't even know what it was fully, where my internet was jacked up. I think the weather had something to do with it. I don't know, because the weather's been kind of choppy here in Phoenix. So it's been raining all day today, so I'm a little bit worried about it again. I don't know if it was related. I also had to restart my system. It was kind of madness yesterday. So let me put all these super chats here. This also gives you a chance to see if your super chat. Well, you can't really see through all that unless you have x-ray vision. But I know some of you are always like, where's my super chat? Well, it's in this pile right here, okay? It's in this pile. We're doing it live. Hopefully I don't mess up pulling these over. That was Angel. We got V-San with a super chat. Appreciate you, V-San. We got 77 with a super chat. We got Ron Navy with a super chat. Appreciate you, Ron Navy. Next news, no talk about Henry. Move on. Ron Navy doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to hear anything about Henry. He just wants us to skip over that. I saw that a little late, Ron. I apologize. Okay, and then we got Overcome's first super chat. We're going to get to that. And then we've got this one right here from Marco. So appreciate that. I got all those super chats on screen. Mixon and Amon-Ra for JJ. I already handled that one. Again, Overcome. Appreciate you. Andy. $20 hauler, Andy. Getting help immediately.
Let's go, mashed potatoes.
Appreciate you, Andy. Andy said, trade my Pierce and Amon-Ra for Eckler. Pierce and Amon-Ra for Eckler. That's a pretty even deal. If you've got depth to do this, you're Mixon for Mostert. My QB is Herbert. Another trade is Mixon for Mostert. I don't do that. I probably hold on to Mixon. Desperate to get Mixon off your roster. I don't blame you, but I don't know that I'm going the Mostert route. Do what I was telling you earlier. Go after Andrews, bro. Trade Mixon for Mark Andrews. It's a fantastic move. Trade Mixon for St. Brown straight up. Keep Eckler. I'd much prefer that. I like Pearson Amon-Ra. I do this if you have the depth for it. Let's see. Trade my Pearson Amon-Ra. Oh, you got Amon-Ra already, so you can't get that for Mixon. But you know what I'm saying, bro. Go get Andrews. Go get Andrews. I would go get Eckler. I'd go get Eckler if you've got the depth for it. You still have A.J. Brown, Gabe Davis, and Debo. That's pretty good, bro. That's pretty good. I probably punch that. That's a lot. That's a lot to give up. I agree, but that's a pretty decent move in my opinion. Marco, should I trade Josh Allen and Mostert or Swift for CMC? Josh Allen and Mostert or Swift. So if I get to choose, I'm probably keeping Swift. Even though you want to get rid of Swift very badly, Mostert or Swift, I don't think they deserve to be in the same conversation. Meaning that if you offered me Swift for my Mostert, I would take Swift. So I don't think I'd be throwing Swift in this bucket yet. So of course I'm choosing Mostert if you're giving me an or. And Josh Allen, it depends what your quarterback situation is going to be. Like, do I want CMC for Josh Allen and Mostert? Yes. Do I want CMC if my quarterback's going to like this is tough. I mean, I got to think you're going to have a decent backup quarterback or somebody. If you're going to like a garbage, streaming rotation, doesn't mean I don't do it, but you got to find a way to fill that quarterback void. And there are buy low quarterbacks out there. Like Herbert's still attainable pretty easily. Kyler Murray's been underperforming. There are ways to get a good signal caller into your lineup. And there's always that one or two Bobs in your league that drafted multiple quarterbacks. And they're still sitting on them. If anybody's in here that's still sitting on quarterbacks, multiple quarterbacks, and you haven't traded them yet, you need to take a lap. So, God, I'd rather see him. I mean, as much as I love Josh Allen, I guess my question would be, Marcos, are you cruising? Are you on cruise control? Because if you are, maybe you don't make a change, bro. Maybe you don't make a change. But if you need something, CMC is pretty darn good. The question is, can you weather through the bye week? You're drafting CMC over Josh Allen. So you kind of need to make this move. Like, fair market value tells you that you're not taking Josh Allen 1.1. You're taking CMC potentially 1.1. So that's pretty much it decides for you. Should I trade Kamara for Swift and Gabe Davis? I answered this one already, and I'm not trading Kamara. No. KCM might need a phone call tonight. Smitty made a couple trades and need your guidance. That looks like a nervous message, KCM. You might have needed to run these by me, bro. But okay. Slayer, Olave, DK Swift, and Jay Williams, too much for Diggs. Olave, DK Swift for Jamal Williams, too much for Diggs. Probably, bro. That's a lot. DK, Olave, Swift, and Jamal Williams for Diggs. Unless you're loaded, like you're in a 4-man league, Slayer, where this depth doesn't matter to you, of course I'd take Diggs. But I tend to think this is going to, like, thin your team out. You know, like, can you win with just Diggs? Because DK, Swift, Olave, Jamal, that's a lot of players, man. And I feel like everybody's so anxious to get rid of Swift and they want to get a big-name player. They're forgetting that they're getting rid of all this talent. It depends on the size of your league and the depth. Next news, doesn't want to talk about Henry. Ron, appreciate your super chat. I have Swift and Ramondre. Which should I trade for? Higgins and Khalil Herbert. I need a wide receiver. I have Swift and Ramondre. Which one should I trade for? Higgins and Khalil Herbert. I'd rather keep, like, here's that thing, you know, where we're deciding, you know,
Motion detected at the backyard.
Ziggy, you're not going to show me the backyard. So what good are you? There's somebody selling something. You know, they got an iPad. They got a hat on. They look nervous going back and forth. This looks like one of those home invasion setups right now. And I'm relying on Miss Smitty not to open the door right now. And this person looks like they're about to clean our clocks. You might see this door open in the corner in a minute, because I'm not there to say, no, don't open the door. Yeah. We'll see. Maybe we should keep this shot here in case somebody comes in. You guys can see it all live. There's someone that looks like they're about ready to bust through the door right now. Your boy Smitty had one of those in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. I don't know if you guys heard about those home invasions. Don't open your door to somebody that looks like they're in distress in the middle of the night. It's a ruse. What they do is they, like, hold their shoes and they're dressed up or something. They turn their back. They turn their back to the door so that you're, like, curious. Who is that? I can't see their face. Who is that? Dude had his shoes, and he was sitting there, and he's probably got something in the shoe, right? Dude sitting there banging on the door in the middle of the night. Thank God we didn't hear it. The cameras showed it. But as he walked away, he went running, and he tried to open our car doors and then took off and ran or whatever. But don't ever, it's a whole thing. What they do is they act like they're in distress. They're holding their shoes. They're doing something that makes you try and trust them, and then they rob you blind, bro. They tie you up. It's a whole new thing that they're doing, so be careful out there. I think we're okay. Miss Smitty did order food, but that person wasn't that individual. You're going to hear this Ziggy going off all night long. We got groceries being delivered. Miss Smitty ordered me a sandwich because we're going to be doing this live for a little bit here. Where are we at? Swift and so this is that dilemma we've been talking about. Hit that thumb up button if you're new, please. Punch that thumb up on your way in the door.
Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and wipe your feet at the door.
Do you want Ramondre or do you want Swift? And let's go to the audience and ask the chat to vote. In the chat, I want you to drop Ramondre or I want you to drop Swift. Which player would you rather have moving forward for week number 9 on? Knowing everything you know now. Don't give me that double talk Bob answer in the chat. Well, it depends on if Swift's going to play. Like, what good are you in a live poll, Bob? There's so many people that write that. Well, who would you rather have? It depends on several things. if Swift is playing and starting full time, I like Swift. If Ramondre's starting and Damian Harris is not given 40% of the workload moving forward, I'd rather have Ramondre Stevenson, Smitty. Ramondre. Swift is a bum, says Matt. Ramondre Stevenson. So, the answer to this question is you trade Swift, but I don't know that I want Higgins and Khalil Herbert. Yeah, I'd probably take Higgins and Khalil Herbert. Make the trade. Why not? Higgins is more reliable than Swift at this point. Does everybody agree with that? Would you trade Swift for Higgins and Khalil Herbert? I'm pretty sure the chat will, but we'll see. Got Etienne and Gabe Davis to go with Josh Allen for AK and Odell Beckham Jr. Got Etienne and Gabe Davis to go with Josh Allen, AK. Nice, V-San. That's fantastic. Smitty approved, bro. Smitty approved. Start Ramondre or Pierce. I'd probably go Ramondre. And that's tough, but this is a tough matchup defensively for Dameon Pierce, let alone Thursday night football. Let alone maybe game scripted out, playing from behind. You never know. I hate to tell you to bench Pierce. I almost don't even want to say bench Pierce. I don't think I can muster it up. But I like Ramondre more this week. 12 team, 1 QB, 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex, Burrow, CMC, Barkley, AJ Brown. Worth it to upgrade a tight end. Got an offer, Kelsey and Ramondre for Barkley. That's an interesting move. I'd probably say no. Make sure Taysom Hill isn't on waivers, please. These people are still doubting this guy. I don't know why. I'd probably rather have Barkley and Hurst. But it's close. I mean, if Ramondre ends up like taking over and he becomes a top like 7 to 8 running back, I could regret giving you this advice, but I think Barkley commands a little bit more. Maybe you can get a little more in this deal and get it done. Is it crazy to start Mills in any of my Superflex spots? No, Superflex is tough, man. All the bye weeks. Look at the bye weeks we have going on. Dak's out. Russell Wilson's out. What are we going to do? Danny Dimes is out. What are we going to do? Pickett is out. Jimmy G. But those are still in Superflex. These are some starters in some cases, you know. No, I don't think, and with the injuries too and all that, like, you're not crazy to be starting Mills in a Superflex and a 12-teamer. Is it ideal? No. Does he have a tough matchup? Absolutely. Could he get you negative points? Maybe. But you know, it is what it is. Traded Diggs for Swift and Pittman. I'm not doing that. Why would you go into that, Wood? Why would you go into that? I mean, people are they're begging to get out of the Swift game. I wouldn't have done that. I would have taken Diggs all day long. That's the trade that Swift owners drool over and dream of. You know, JT owners and Swift owners sit there in the middle of the night tossing and turning, and they think they have this deal locked in place. They hit the button and then they wake up and they realize it's a dream, and they're screaming, "No! Please!" Then they try to go back to sleep so they can relish in it some more. You know, when you try and get back into your old dream. Like, anybody wakes up from a dream where they got Diggs for Swift and Pittman, they want to jump back into it, Wood. That's a dream I want to get back to if you wake me up. It's not a disaster. Like, Swift needs to get healthy, and if he does, you'll be okay, and you could definitely wash and break even on this. But Diggs is Diggs, man. He's a top, like, some would say top 7 overall, top 6 overall player, you know? So I don't like that. Being offered Fournette and Devontae Smith and Ayuk for Mixon and Pittman. No, that's not good either, Wood. Wood, we need to work on this. You need to get my text line at thefantasyfootballshow.com. Thefantasyfootballshow.com. Get your one-on-one text advice, Wood. You and I can work through these trade offers. I moved it over to WhatsApp, so it's even smoother and nicer than ever. Can we get a hand raise for who likes the WhatsApp move? We moved the text line to WhatsApp, and it's fantastic. And I love every bit of it. Start this week. Goddard, Taysom are likely. if Andrews is out, you want to roll with Likely if you have enough time to make that switch. But Goddard's here. Oh, no, you have to start Goddard tonight. Goddard. Give me Goddard. You don't know what's going on with Andrews and Taysom I like, but Goddard's the pick. I'm sorry about that. Here for the comedy. Love it, Smitty. Thank you, Josh. I do what I can. Should I trademark Andrews for St. Brown? They're pretty even. Anonymous. I like them both. There's pros and cons to both sides. Full PPR, flex, Jackson, Duvernay, or Connor. We need to know on this one, too. We need to know how Connor's looking. We need to know how Deion Jackson's looking. Is he going to get all the work? Is JT going to sit? Feels like JT's probably going to sit. It smells like JT's going to sit another game. That's the sense I get when I'm sniffing out what's going on. And it does not feel good right now. JT needs it. JT's got to be the biggest bust out of everybody, because it's not injury like where he's been knocked out for the season. It's like this lingering stuff. And it's like he's still there. He's still on the field. And he's still draining fantasy football rosters. So I would say JT has to be the biggest bust of fantasy football 2022. If I had to vote. I know a lot of people are going to say Swift. I know a lot of people are going to say other names. But JT was the 1.1. He was the 1.1, and he's still on the field. And he's not even like a top 20 running back. Like that to me is the definition of the worst player drafted in fantasy football 2022. But I'm still not giving him away like he's some, freebie, and I'm certainly not trading him away for garbage. My point, I went on a tangent, is Jackson's probably going to be the best start, but we got to wait and see, bro. Deion Jackson's probably going to be the best start. If I had to pick now and you get to walk away, I don't know that I would plug him in. I think it's pretty safe to think he's going to get a lot of volume. Hey, Smitty, you're the GOAT. Appreciate you. You're the GOAT, Daniel. I'm 4-4, just traded Barkley and Godwin for Cook and A.J. Brown. I could get behind either side on that. Godwin's good enough that, like, you could say I'm passing on the A.J. Brown upgrade. I know A.J. Brown's a lot better than Godwin right now, but Cook can deliver. I'll take that. Like, I'm probably, if I had to lean aside, if you needed a change and you're 4-4, this is a good move for you. It's not. I wouldn't say everybody should do this move because Barkley is that good. Barkley might even command more if you were patient enough to do it. But maybe your team. I don't know the logistics or how it's shaking out in your league. Maybe you've tried. So you need to change. You're 4-4. You need an extra body that's dropping fire. So you're taking a gamble on Cook. Make sure you pick up Madison if he's around. You can't trade into Cook without Madison. I hope you got Madison or he's available. But this is decent for you. 4-4, you need to take a risk. I'm okay with that. Traded Andrews, St. Brown, Mostert, and Eno for Kupp, Taylor, and Hawkinson. Andrews, St. Brown, and Mostert for Eno, Kupp. I'm okay with this, young Mello. There's risk on all sides. And there's risk in not trading for Taylor at that cost. There's risks for trading for him. So I'm okay with that. Gabe Davis, Boyd, and Najee, too much for Amon-Ra. Gabe, did I already answer this one? Gabe Davis, Boyd, and Najee, too much for Amon-Ra. No. How did we get here? Imagine at the beginning of the year. If I said, we're going to throw Najee in this deal. You don't want Najee? Please? You could just cut him. I'll trade you Najee in this deal. If you don't want him, just cut him. I can't imagine how. If I could go in a time machine and from, middle of August or August 1, let's say August 1, get in a time machine, drop in right here in week 9 and listen to myself be like, Najee's garbage. He's not even startable. I don't know what I'd do. I think I'd shart right in my pants right then and there. I don't think I could handle it. I think I would lose it. I mean, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable where we are on so many players versus where we were, in August. It's absolute madness. Najee's he's garbage. You can't even start him right now. And there's rumblings that this team is looking to maybe go running back by committee, and Jaylen Warren might be getting like 40-50% of the work at some point in the very near future, if that doesn't mean Sunday. And Ron, I don't know if you're hearing anything on this rumblings in Pittsburgh, but I imagine Jaylen Warren needs to be grabbed immediately. And we got our week 9 waiver wire scene we can put up. I mean, Jaylen Warren I have probably too low on this list. Where is he at? Jaylen Warren. No, he's pretty good. Like, Jaylen Warren needs to be grabbed immediately. There's just no question about it. Some of this might have changed. I don't know if I put everything on there that should be on there updated, but that is the waiver wire order that you should have been, dialing up walking into your waiver wire sesh for week number 9. But if you missed out, there it is. If you need more names of players to pick up. Unbelievable. Let's try something. Hey, Ziggy, who's the starting running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
The starting running back of the Pittsburgh Steelers is Najee Harris.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Ziggy, who's the starting running back for the Detroit Lions?
The starting running back of the Detroit Lions is DeAndre Swift.
No, it's not. Who's the starting running back? Ziggy, who's the starting running back for the Indianapolis Colts?
The starting running back of the Indianapolis Colts is Jonathan Taylor.
No, it's not. Where we would see these guys if they were actually out there, Ziggy. So I disagree with you. Amon-Ra's the best player in this deal. Do I like Gabe Davis a lot? I don't like getting rid of Gabe Davis, I'll be honest with you. But that's okay. That's not a bad move. We got a $20 hauler from Jared. Jared gets immediate assistance. Do we have any other $20 haulers? Big with the $20 hauler. I apologize leaving you two hanging. Let's go with Jared, and then we'll go with Big's question. Standing ovation.
Let's go, mashed potatoes!
Appreciate both you broskies. Jared says traded Mixon for Swift, DJ Moore. I guess I like that because, like, Swift's not that much different than Mixon, and Mixon's not that much different than Swift. They're both not balling out. They're both big disappointments, right? So you're getting DJ Moore on top of it. Traded Swift and Waddle and Pittman for Saquon. Now that I can get behind. And Terry McLaurin. Nice job flipping that, broski. Now I'm liking what I'm seeing. Saquon, ETN, Gibby, Chuba, Andrews. Who are your wide receivers, bro? Godwin, Amari. Little light, but maybe you go after a St. Brown or something like that, using like Amari and Godwin together. Maybe do that. Maybe go rogue at your wide receiver 2 and 3 and just upgrade into a Devontae Adams using Godwin and Amari Cooper using Gibson and Godwin. Nice job, broski. Go get a bigger wide receiver, and then you're set. Use that depth, consolidate, pick up a Joshua Palmer, throw him into your lineup. Go get a DeAndre Carter, throw him in your lineup, and upgrade by using 2 of those wide receivers. Why not? This one's from Big E. Big E says 10 PPR, Tua Watson, running backs JT, ETN, Pierce, Cordero, Herbert, Deion Jackson, Chase, Amon-Ra, Olave. You've been rocked by injuries. Waller, injuries. Traded JT and his backup for Hopkins and Chase. Oh, no, for Hopkins. Okay. JT and his backup for Hopkins. I'm okay with that. It sucks to sell that low, but Hopkins is a wide receiver 1. He's arguably a 5 to 10 guy. Go forward. I mean, some would say he's higher than that. Some would say no, he's not. It's fine. You can preference. But bottom line, you got a wide receiver 1 for JT. You can't complain about that. That's pretty good. Jamar Chase next. You're 3 and 5. I probably would shop Jamar Chase if I'm you. I'd go get St. Brown. I'd go get Dameon Pierce. You may even be able to get it after this week, but then you're one step closer to Chase coming back. But I would try and get it done before kickoff. Yeah, you probably won't get that Pierce deal done. Stevenson's somebody to look at if you want to go real low. Mark Andrews. Then you trade Waller. I don't know. Those are definitely options for you. Walker, ETN, or you got ETN. Walker, potentially, but you'd have to give up Chase and Cordero, or Chase and maybe Amari Cooper, and I would do that for Walker in a heartbeat. I've seen Walker get bought a little lower than he should be going right now, which is absolutely crazy. So take advantage of that. Stevenson, again, is somebody you might be able to get relatively cheap. Trojan, too cute to drop Kareem Hunt for Deion Jackson. Not if he's starting this week, then I like it. James, should I flex Devontae Smith, Duvernay, or Herbert? Give me Herbert, bro. I don't mind Smith, though, in this game. I feel like Smith might do okay, but I'd rather go Herbert. Smitty has Matrix syndrome. I might be in the Matrix, bro. Devontae Smith or Joshua Palmer? I'm going to say Devontae Smith in this case. I know it's Thursday, but I feel like Hurts is going to ball. I feel like Joshua Palmer is a good play, but he's been banged up. So I feel like you can't go wrong either way. I'd hate for Joshua Palmer to blow up because I'm talking about starting Joshua Palmer. He's a great pickup and play this week. So you're going to hear me talk about him a lot. And I might take a victory lap if Joshua Palmer does good because I'm promoting him as a great pickup and play. Him and DeAndre Carter are very big desperation plays for people that need wide receiver production. But I still feel like I still like Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith versus Palmer, you're never going to get that one right, says Vamp. It's really close. Trade Kirk and Singletary and Tony for Godwin. Yeah, I'd take Godwin in a heartbeat. Plus, you could flip Godwin for more. Sometimes it's about trade value, bro. What would you give for Pittman? I need more details on that, my guy. Like a roster, what we're working with. But in general, I'm buying Pittman at low-end wide receiver 3 value. And sometimes that's the cost of like a one of your backup tight ends because you got 2 tight ends. Sometimes that's I mean, I'm not trading like a Foreman for him. I'm not trading a Gabe Davis for him. I'm not trading. If I go through my rankings at thefantasyfootballshow.com, which you can get by going to what I just said, thefantasyfootballshow.com, get your year-round rankings. No, this isn't the draft kit. The draft kit's gonna be out. This is thefantasyfootballshow.com. This isn't the draft kit. Excuse me. The draft kit and my rankings will be out on July 15th. Too late for them to even help you. That's what most people do. Mine, it's 365. I don't even understand what it means to be a draft kit or my rankings will be out soon type of person. It's 365, 24/7 dynasty rankings, rookie rankings, super rookie rankings, top 200 rankings, top 200 redraft, top 200 dynasty. Redraft rankings go forward right now. For week 9, go forward. You're drafting today. Trade calculators, auction dollars attached to every single one of the rankings. And they're PPR. All of them are PPR. Your grandma plays non-PPR. Stop it. Not that there's that big of a difference either. Like, there's a couple players that move, but it's like this notion that someone can't look at a set of non-PPR rankings and understand them is crazy. But I mean, looking at this right now for Pittman, bro, I give up maybe not a Monty. I give up like a Drake. You pick up Drake and trade him for Pittman. Boom, nailed it. Keenan Allen. Can you convince someone to take Keenan Allen? I don't know. Guys like that, bro. I mean, Pittman can be bought so low. Backup quarterback. Someone struggling at quarterback. Pittman should be bought like a low-end wide receiver 3 at most. Give me your picks on who will be 1.1 to 1.5. Right now, I would probably say if I was doing the 1 point, let's like a draft right now, it would probably be, I mean, it is what it is, man. Look at this. Drum roll. It is what it is. I mean, he looks that good. Barkley, Eckler, Henry, they're all kind of like neck and neck. And then you got the wide receivers. You know, I'm still taking JJ I know a lot of people would take Diggs. I probably would go, if it's me, I know this is crazy to some people, but I probably, if I was drafting today, I would go JJ. I think right here it's just a grab bag of Barkley, Henry, Eckler, Cup, and Diggs. Like, you can't really complain over anybody's ranking of that, you know? Like, that's... Barkley's right there. You know, Diggs is right there. Henry's right there. That's to me, these are the top two. And this goes to show that you know, I expect a huge, you know, go forward for JJ. I think people are undervaluing him. Whenever he blows up, people jump right back into the, you know, AJ's the best ever. But, like, I feel like I would take JJ. I love wide receivers. I'm going to be a big wide receiver guy in 2023. And that isn't to say I'm changing my best player available approach. I'm always BPA. But wide receivers will tend to rank best player available to me. And we'll go over that in the offseason. Also, guys, I'm going to attack risk differently than I've ever attacked it before. I've got some ideas in store for incorporating risk values into our rankings and risk alarm red flag type situations where we don't get Nathaniel Hacketed as much. We don't get DeAndre Swifted as much going forward. You can't prevent that stuff from happening. I mean, look, there's injury risk to a bunch of players that are doing well right now. And then you have the MT. I mean, we hit the injuries that don't avoids pretty well, you know, with the Akers and the Batemans and the, like we said, don't draft JK. There's a lot of good. Don't go near these players that ended up not doing well. But there are going to be times where you miss on it and times where you don't, you know. But I'm going to attack risk differently in 2023 than I ever have before, and it's going to be based around these risk factors and how to incorporate it. So get ready for an amazing 2023. I tend to get really amped up for the coming season, even though I'm still in total, you know, now mode for everybody, and I'm not going to dial that back. But right around December 1, and we're getting close, like, or even like late November, I start getting like a big grin on my face for the next year's content. I just get so excited. I can't wait. I'm like a kid in the candy store. And on New Year's, when the ball drops and everybody's out boozing, your boy Smitty's sitting here in the studio cranking out rankings and rookie write-ups. And the moment the ball drops and it becomes 2023, I'm going to press a button, the fantasyfootballshow.com, which is right here. TheFantasyFootballShow.com, year-round rankings, bold predictions, trade calculators, text advice, one-on-one text advice, which we moved to WhatsApp, which is fantastic now. Your boy Smitty presses a button, and everything goes to 2023 on TheFantasyFootballShow.com, and I can't wait. I'm going to have all the rookie write-ups up. I'm going to have all the rankings updated. Obviously, they're 365. I can't wait for 2023 content. I'm going to have probably 3 or 4 bold predictions up for January 1. 3 or 4 bold predictions. Bold predictions are looking pretty good this year too. Anyway, Olave, Mike Williams for Lamb. Olave and Mike Williams for Lamb. Take Lamb and run. Another trade, Sutton and Deion Jackson to the JT owner for Devontae Smith. I have Hurts. No, I'm not doing that trade. Sutton and, I mean, I guess it's okay. It's not bad, but I don't know that I'm handing. I make that JT owner pay the piper, bro. You're just gifting him Deion Jackson. I like Devontae Smith, but I don't. That one doesn't do it for me. And another trade: Allen, Lazard, and Madison for Gabe Davis. I take Gabe Davis in a heartbeat on that deal. Tyler with a super chat. Tyler says 7-1 Cousins, JT, CP, Foreman, JJ. Lamb, Godwin, Andrews. I traded Danny Dimes and Hines and Kyron Williams for Justin Herbert. What are your thoughts? I think you smashed it. I think you got him. I think you get the got him button, bro. Got him button, bro.
Got him.
Unbelievable. I like it. You're doing it live, Tyler. You're doing it live. You're doing it well. Willis. Thoughts on K1 and Swift for Pierce. K1. So Kyler Murray and Swift for Pierce. I've got Geno. Don't worry. Don't worry, Smitty. I got Geno. I was expecting you to say, like, don't worry, I got Herbert. Or not that Geno's better than Herbert, probably to some of you. But I disagree going forward. I'm giving my boy Herbie a little bit more leeway. But, it's just funny. If I got on my time machine and came from August 1st to now, and I heard somebody say, don't worry. Don't worry, Smitty. I've got Geno. We're good. Geno. Oh, that meme out there that says you got beat by Geno Smith. That's going around. It's fantastic. I don't like this trade. I'd rather have Swift and K1. I think Kyler Murray's good enough. I think he can score a lot of points. I still believe in him. Hopkins is back. Hollywood's coming back soon. I'd rather hold on to the idea of Swift. I like Pierce a lot, but I'm not doing this trade. I'm sorry. I could understand if somebody wanted to, and I could see myself wanting to do it a week from now, or not. It could change. Sutton, Algier, Drake for JT. Give me JT all day long. even under the circumstances of what we're dealing with right now. Definitely. We got a $20 hauler, immediate assistance. Can we get Heavy CMC, please report to the front stage. Heavy CMC. Please report to the front stage, Heavy. Your table for $20 is ready. Heavy, dropping a 20 spot, says Josh Allen, Connor. Thielen. Okay. Who do you pick up to win this week? On the wires, Joshua Palmer, Duvernay. I'd probably pick up Joshua Palmer. And if I'm dropping a dude, it's probably going to be... Boy. Who's your tight end? Who's your starting tight end? I just want to make sure you don't have 3 tight ends. It looks like it's Likely and Njoku. I'm not really worried about Njoku right now. He's always injured, bro. Like, if you want to hold on to Tony, it's drop Tony. I assume that's Deion Jackson and not, like, Deshaun. If that's Deion, I'm holding him. Probably drop Kadarius. Oh, you got Taysom Hill, too. Yeah, drop Njoku. You got Taysom Hill, you got Likely. You don't need 3 tight ends, bro. Drop Njoku. Pick up Palmer. I like it, bro. And your team, Josh Allen, Chubb. You might need to divide and conquer, my guy. You might need to divide and conquer unless you didn't list everybody. I would probably trade, if I were you, I would trade Chubb and go get a Walker and like St. Brown. Go to the St. Brown owner, see what running back he has. See if you can get a Walker, an ETN. Chubb commands a lot. And then if you can't get that done, go to the Walker ETN owner, see if they've got a wide receiver that makes sense for this. But I would divide and conquer heavy. I think it's something you need to do. Here's another $20 super chat from Ahmad. Ahmad, please report to the front stage. Ahmad. We got a new loyalty member, YouTube exclusive member, Nightlife. Appreciate you. All right, where are we at? 2-6, trying to rebuild Burrow, Cook, Foreman, Deontay Foreman? Is that how we're writing Foreman now? 4-man. Godwin, Boyd, Pitts, Palmer, Waller, Madison, Pacheco, Herbert, Rashad White. Trade Cook for ETN or Walker in a heartbeat. Ahmad, in a heartbeat. And if I had to rank it, I would say I would trade Cook for... probably Walker. But I love either one of them. I'd take either one. If you gave me ETN or Walker a choice for Cook, first of all, I'd smash it, no matter what. I just don't know who I'd want more. I love them both. I'd probably take Walker. Walker has the build in the vision, and I love ETN. He's like a Camara type, but I love Walker. I'm probably taking Walker. Cook goes down. I'll have Madison and either Kenneth Walker or ETN. Yeah, so you keep Madison. That's smart. I would take either one, bro. If I had to pick, I would say give me Walker, though. Okay. Nice job. Nice job. Problem, I got Hurts, ETN, Walker, AJ Brown, St. Brown, DK, but trade JT, Deshaun Jackson, Swift, and Tua for Aaron Jones, Pittman, or Barkley. This is confusing here. I got Hurts, ETN, Walker, AJ Brown, St. Brown, but trade JT, Did I say Deshaun? Deion Jackson, Swift. JT, Deion Jackson, Swift. Tua for Aaron Jones, Pittman, or Barkley. And CD. This is one of those like trivia if and or equations, bro. Like, what am I looking at here? For Aaron Jones, Pittman, or Barkley and CD, which I don't know what I'm looking at here. Problem. I'm gonna say give me Barkley and CD. Aaron Jones, Pittman is not gonna happen for me. I'm not giving up JT and Swift and Deion Jackson for Aaron Jones and Pittman. I'm not doing that. But would I take Barkley and CD? You bet your bottom dollar I would. And that's far less likely. I think I broke that down right, but I don't know. Problem is like a total. I need the answer key for that one. Traded Chase for CD in a 12-team league. I'm fine with that. CD Lamb, I'm fine with that. Like, I don't want you trading Jamar Chase, but you kind of have to in some cases. Oh God, is the game on? Is the game on? Do I start Pierce tonight? Is that game already started? Let's start it up. Let's do it live. Do it live. I got the little one screaming in the background. I don't know what's going on out there. Someone might have fallen. I should have had it loaded. Pierce tonight, they should be way behind, but then I have to abandon the run, leaving Pierce out. Bench, I have is Drake or Herbert. I probably would have started Pierce if you could still. I don't know. Has the game started? Pierce, bro. I'm not benching Pierce. Like in different situations, the game's been on. Look at me. I'm completely live and unaware that the game already started. I'm so behind on my super chats too. How's that game been going? I don't even know, man. I didn't even see it. Didn't even see it on. Okay. 7-0 Texans. I didn't even see that score. Good God, I'm behind on the game. Who scored? Who scored? Someone update me. 7-0 Texans? That's crazy. We're in Bizarro world right now. Okay, let me pull up the stats here. The stats for this game. Game log. Box score. Davis Mills threw a touchdown. Oh. Pierce, 4 carries, 23 yards. 4 carries, 23 yards.
Mashed potatoes!
The man's invincible. The man's invincible. Yeah, you can't look. I would have if you sat him, you sat him. But I mean, you can't really sit him unless you've got amazing options. You know what I'm saying? Pierce or Skywalker, Smitty. I would have said Skywalker all day. Come on, you know me, bro. You know me. I love Pierce, but this is a Thursday night game. There's game script potential to rule him out. Appreciate you. Trying to get through some of these super chats. If likely starts, is he worth starting over Ingram? Yes, definitely. Definitely. Cody, for sure. Look at that catch, man. That was a nice little snag. Davis Mills throwing a TD against the Eagles. Unbelievable. Smitty's behind. Should I trade Pierce and Godwin for Devontae and Miles Sanders? Yeah, I would have punched that, bro. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing this. This game already started. But yeah, I mean, look, you're getting Devontae Adams. He's the best player in the deal. Miles Sanders is playing pretty well. I would have tried to flip Sanders, but this game already started. I don't know that I'm helping you there, but you could still punch it, But I would try and flip Miles Sanders. I may be waiting to see how Sanders does. Starting 7-1, who should I start on running back 2? Let's see here. Of your bench, Deion Jackson, if he's a go, but you gotta kind of wait and see. Other than that, I like what you have. I mean, I'm not taking Miles Sanders or Foreman out, but if this is your lineup already set and you need one more player, I'm not taking Foreman out. I'm not taking Miles Sanders out. Obviously, the game already started. But if you need one additional player, it's Deion Jackson as of this moment. Benjamin, maybe. And if you can't start one more running back, like you're telling me to take someone from the bench, then I'm not moving it. I'm not adjusting it. So I appreciate your $10 hauler.
To the moon.
Thank you, kind sir. Joe, appreciate you. And, Hurts in the end zone, scrambling. Hurts throws it out of bounds. Be careful, Hurts. Don't want a safety. Joe, and if I had to give you any suggestions on the team, let me put Joe. Joe did a $10 hauler. Joe deserves the works, bro. The treatment, the full treatment. Cup, Tyreek Hill, Hawkinson, AJB on the bench. AJB in the flex. That's a really good team. I like what you got going on. I would maybe look to take... I wonder if you could get JT using Miles Sanders. That would have been something that... Whoa. That would have been something to potential... That was a flag. Goddard almost caught that without looking. That would be something you could have maybe entertained before the game. Because then the owner could have used Miles Sanders. But part of me wonders if you could trade for JT. With Kupp, Tyreek Hill, and A.J. Brown and Mahomes, you could afford to do that. That might be something to look at even for next week. Maybe he still does it. What can I offer for Amon-Ra St. Brown or Devontae Adams? My team is, I would give up, for Amon-Ra St. Brown. I don't know that you need to do that. Adams, I like St. Brown, but your team is built in a way that, like, Waddle, what you can do, trade Waddle or Evans. They're very arguable. Evans and St. Brown are very close to me. I could go either way, to be honest with you. I'm not trading Allen. I'm not trading JJ. Waddles and Kamara, you're not trading them. Pierce is great. ETN's, you don't need St. Brown. Like, if you could get St. Brown using your bench, but I don't think your bench is deep enough to get a St. Brown. Devontae Adams, I'd rather have Adams over Waddle. I'd rather have Adams over Mike Evans. If you could throw in a Everett or a London or whatever to get it done, I'd definitely do that. I'd trade Waddle in a heartbeat for Adams. I think Adams having a bad week, you'll be able to get that done potentially. Oh, that was a horrible throw or route because Goddard wasn't even near that football, but he's wide open. So try and get Adams on the cheap, bro. Definitely. I'll super chat everything tomorrow night. Thank you, Mar. Appreciate you, Mar. This is a $10 hauler.
To the moon.
From the man known as Will. Will says, I'm 1-7. My moon list hit with injuries. Lost Javonte Hall basically every week. Oh, man, that sucks. I have an injury. I made a trade, got St. Brown, Pierce, and now I'm trying to trade Evans, Carter for ETN Jamal. I could get behind that. Nice little pitch and catch. There we go. First down, Eagles. Eagles are so fun to watch. They're so fun to watch. I could get behind this trade. Evans and Carter for Etienne and Jamal. Definitely would think that would be a good move for you. I'm sorry you got hit by injuries. Thank you for the super chat. Got St. Brown and Pierce, and now I like that. So Javonte Hall. Hopefully Pierce does good for you tonight. He's doing okay so far. He's doing nice. Doing nice things. Do I have any mods in here? I got it. I took care of it. Slayer, appreciate your super chat, my guy. Burrow and ETN K9. St. Brown, Olave, Pitts, Palmer, Bench, Swift, DK. You got a lot of talent there. I want Diggs. Who can I trade? Try to trade Swift. I mean, to get Diggs, you could try and trade Swift and Olave. You could try and trade potentially. I don't want you trading K9. I don't want you trading ETN. I don't want you trading any of those guys. So it comes down to can St. Brown and Olave get it done for you? Can Pitts and St. Brown get it done for you? I don't think it will. Could DK and maybe an Olave or DK and maybe a St. Brown get it done? Past that, you're giving up too much. AJ Brown. Oh, nice move. First down, AJ Brown. Nice job. I don't want you giving up your running backs, bro. And I don't know that you can really get anything else done. I don't think getting Diggs is doable without dismantling that. You could certainly try. You could certainly give two of those wide receivers that away. Look at this. Look at the Eagles moving the football down the field, matriculating down the field. This nice little 7 to 12 yard passes all the way down the field, continuous. Slayer, try it. Olave, St. Brown, DK, maybe DK and St. Brown. That's kind of a lot to give though. DK and St. Brown for Diggs is a lot. You got to be prepared for that to be maybe too much, bro. That could burn you at the end of the day if DK does deliver. Gainwell in the game. I like seeing Gainwell out there. Gainwell's my dude. Slayer, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Mo, I'm getting offered Swift and MC. Michael Carter? For Aaron Jones or Fournette. I would take Aaron Jones. If that's Michael Carter, I don't know who MC is. I assume that's Michael Carter. For Aaron Jones or Fournette, I'd rather have Aaron Jones, and I'd take Aaron Jones in a heartbeat. And MC or Fournette and MC for Aaron Jones. Do I take one of them? I'd rather have Aaron Jones. If you're getting offered Swift and Michael Carter, I'm going to take Aaron Jones. I'm going to keep Aaron Jones. I'm feeling you're... Oh, almost intercepted. Nice job, Brown. I'm assuming you're getting Swift, and I'd say no. I assume you're getting... Well, regardless, Mo, however you're wording it, I like the Aaron Jones side on both. So I'm either taking Aaron Jones or I'm not doing the trade, absolutely. This is a $4.99 hauler from Demetrios. Austin Eckler is out. Who should I... If Austin Eckler is out, I don't think he'll be out, bro. But if he's out, who should you start? Monty, DJ Moore, Isaiah McKenzie. Probably DJ Moore. But I don't think he'll be out, bro. I think you're going to be okay. So don't fret. Don't get sad, bro. Smitty, my super chat, $9.99. Will, I got you, bro. It's just a little bit of a wait. We're almost caught up. Then we're going to open the phone lines real quick. We got 3 more super chats here. Hey, Smitty, 5 and 3 QB. This is a $20 hauler. Report to the front stage, bro. Report to the front stage, my man. Smooth Criminal. Haven't seen you. You've been here, I think, but I haven't seen you in a while, it seems. Maybe I'm wrong, Smooth Criminal, but get in here more often, bro. We need you. Look at Hurts playing pitch and catch with his wide receivers. Hey, Smitty, 5 and 3 QB. Mahomes, Taylor, Deion, Jackson, Hunt, Gus, Edwards, Henderson, wide receivers, Adams, St. Brown, Chase, very good wide receivers. Higbee, any suggestions? 12 team. Well, you're 5 and 3. You can wait on Chase. I would potentially trade him if the price was right, but the guys I target low are like Adams, and you have him, St. Brown, and you have him. Chase for a running back potentially like an ETN or a Walker, and you got to give up a little bit more like Boyd or something, or Higbee. I would do it. I would go rogue at tight end and give up Higbee in a heartbeat or Boyd in a heartbeat if it meant me getting rid of Chase for Walker or Chase for ETN. Past that, I'm kind of sitting on Jamar Chase. There are other wide receivers that are good buy lows, I suppose, but I don't know that they're... I think I'd rather have Chase in your situation.
Motion detected at the backyard.
That might be my food. Hold on 1 second. False alarm. That was the mailman. That wasn't my food. I was excited. I thought my food was here. Look at that catch. Goddard. Would Goddard please report to the end zone? or Jalen Hurts, please report to the end zone. Hurts is looking smooth, man. So here, yeah. So I think I covered you here, smooth criminal. Those are the pieces of advice I have for your team. Andrews would be interesting for you as well. Adam St. Brown, chase for Andrews maybe, and maybe you get more. Andrews is a fantastic buy low right now, people. A fantastic buy low. Tristan. Waddle and Monty for Cook and Pittman. Dalvin Cook and Pittman? I take Dalvin Cook and Pittman for Monty and Waddle. I do. It's arguable. You have Madison already. Makes sense to me. I believe in Pittman enough to do that trade. I mean, I like him enough. Little pass to Kenneth Gainwell. Whoa. What is this? What is this? Sega? Circa 1990... What would that be? 95? 96? Something like that? Where, what was that guy's name? Pickens? It would slide like 15 yards. Look at this little play by Kenneth Gainwell. That was a great little extra effort getting down to about the 1 yard line, bro. That was crazy. Trade away Patterson, Higgins for Adams, Hunt. Patterson and Higgins for Adams, Hunt. Patterson, Higgins for Adams, Hunt. Give me Adams and Hunt. But, you know, that's arguable for sure. Racing boy. Sanders to the 1. Let's throw the ball in. Let's not do all that throwing and accomplishment. Moving the football down the field via the throw, via the air. To just have the running back run in from 1 yard. Please. Let's be creative near the goal line. Let's let Jalen Hurts run a bootleg in untouched on the left side of the field right now. Let's do a bootleg instead of a halfback, hammer down, up the gut, blue 72, hatchback, hammer. Flux capacitor 7. Give me a bootleg. Give me a bootleg. Oh, don't give it to Sanders. Oh, God, this goes in. That's why they do it, though. He goes in untouched. He's upright. I mean, clearly it's a good play call. I just don't like it. I don't like it from a fantasy perspective. I want A.J. Brown to catch the football from a man named Jalen Hurts. Miles Sanders, touchdowns do me no good. 5-3, but should try to trade Chase for Adams. Absolutely, Racing Boy. You'd have to give up more, but, I mean, that's the steal of a lifetime. You get Jamar Chase turned into Adams. I mean, as much as I love Jamar Chase, like, Adams is a top 3 or 4 wide receiver, and he's got his bye week.
Got him.
His bye week's out of the way. Like, you can't, you pull that off. Come back and tell me you'll be a sorcerer of the day. And Heavy MC with the final super chat, not that super chats can't still roll in, but interested in your Njoku take. How often is he injured? Typical recovery time for him. I have a trade set up. Taysom for Judy. Likely will remain as my tight end, working on acquiring Khalil Herbert. I mean, it's not that I have like the science right in front of me, bro, but I would say like this guy's been in the league for a while, you know. And so let me pull up my Njoku file. Heavy CMC thinks I've got like a file system here. Let me pull up the Njoku files. Hold on. Njoku, born in 1996. He's a young guy still. 26 years old. Seems like he's in his like 40s by the amount of time he seems like he's been in the league. He's been in the league for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years though, which makes sense if he's 26. But still, how many games did he play in 2017? 16. How many games did he play in 2018? 16. Very good, right? Then he played 4 games. Then he played 13 games. But last year he played 16. So I would say, you know, spotty, not anything crazy. But the thing is, like, he hasn't delivered. He had a 600-yard season, and past that he's had a 400-yard season, a 200-yard season, a 41-yard season, and a 300-yard season. So it's kind of like, you know, he's had a lot of time to impress us, 6 years, and he's already injured now. So that's all I'm going off, man. There's nothing more to it than that. I mean, maybe I overstated that he's a walking injury, but I definitely feel like, looking at the news, Njoku is believed to be dealing with a high ankle sprain. He's ruled out week number 8 pretty easily. He wasn't practicing before that. I mean, it's just high ankle sprains and then his injury history and the amount of time he's had to deliver. He's a 246, 6'4" monster, though. So high ankle sprain is going to hit a little differently for him when he's stepping on that thing. So I'm just saying I don't love him. I drop him with your situation. But if you're trading Taysom Hill, then you're going to need a tight end again. Then maybe you drop Tony. Like, Tony's not a guarantee to get anything. So I think Tony was your other player. Let's open up the phone line, shall we?
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Let's open up the phone lines for just a little bit, and we'll take some voice messages as well, and do it live, shall we? Voice message group number 2, Michael.
Hey Smitty, would you trade DK and Jonathan Taylor for Cooper Kupp and Aaron Jones?
DK and Jonathan Taylor, DK and JT for Cooper Kupp and Aaron Jones. I'd take Cooper Kupp and Aaron Jones. Did I get that right? Cooper Kupp and Aaron Jones?
Cooper Kupp and Aaron Jones.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp and Aaron Jones, bro. JT's not worth it right now. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
Yo.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's up, Smitty?
What's up?
Can I get some lineup advice, my man?
Sure, hit me with it.
You're going to be proud when you hear this, by the way. But I lost Brees and Javante.
Nice. I mean, not nice, but I mean nice that you recover from it. Okay,
yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I got Allen, Kenneth Walker, Saquon.
You got Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Okay, Walker, Saquon.
Yep. Yeah, and then I got Diggs and Davis. I got that Bills triple stack.
Yeah, baby. You're the first person I've seen since my video that has dropped the triple stack on me live on the shows.
Yeah, you told me before you came out with that, you told me to trade for Davis, and I ended up getting that done, so
yeah, so
feeling pretty nice about it.
So this is what I'm going to tell everybody watching right now. This right here, Josh Allen, Diggs, and Gabe Davis, if you have even remotely close to a nice supporting cast on top of this, and he does, Barkley and Walker, it's like this. I want you to call back. What's your name, bro?
David.
David. I want you to call back, David, and remind me of this moment, and let us know when you've won your championship, okay, David? Because this is
I definitely will.
The Buffalo triple stack. I'm going to put your name in here. David, the Buffalo triple stack. Okay. So I want you to call in once you win your championship. This right here feels like such an amazing recipe. Just absolutely phenomenal. All right, what's your question?
And then, I got Debo too, and Taysom, but I don't know. I feel like I could. I'm thinking about trading Barkley for Henry and something else, just because of Henry's playoff schedule. But I know he's got that foot injury, so
yeah. I mean,
don't know how you feel about that.
I mean, you could argue either one, man. You could argue either one. Like I did the top 5 overall going forward, and it was like a big grab bag from like 3 down for me, like 3 to 8. It's like you could put number 8, number 3, or number 3, number 8. So I don't think it's a mistake to take Barkley or Henry straight up, and I don't think you're getting anything. It's more like, do you guys want to swap top 3 or 4 overall players right now? I kind of feel like I worry about the Henry foot a little more than I worry about anything relating to Barkley right now. But,
yeah,
I don't know. It could be nothing. It could be completely nothing. Maybe he's just resting because he had foot problems and he's got a little bit of a sore foot. Might not even be in the same spot or anything, So, like, I don't even know if it's the same foot. They haven't really said.
Yeah, you think I should sit on Debo too?
So you got Debo as well? You didn't finish your lineup. You got Debo.
Yeah.
And who else?
I got Diggs, Davis, Taysom, and then Debo. And then my bench is like Ayuk, Tony, Pickens,
Nice.
Herbert.
Bro, I'd probably say if you could trade Debo away. Who's your tight end? Taysom?
Taysom Hill.
Trade
and then I have
trade Debo for Andrews.
Ooh. I like that.
Then walk to the bank.
All right.
I like that move. Debo for
Appreciate you, Smitty.
Adams, straight up. I'd do that in a heartbeat. If you got to give up a little more, like Adams disappointed his owners, bro. They're looking to get rid of him for some reason. So Debo and something small.
Yeah,
for
I
Adam.
would do that.
So Adam,
Probably the Adams owner in my league doesn't play.
yeah, he just sits there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, go try and get Andrews. I like that idea.
I appreciate you, Smitty.
All right, later. All right, next caller. You're on the phone here. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Smitty, it's KCM.
What's up, KCM?
Nothing much. Need some guidance after making a few trades.
All right, what'd you do? Am I going to be disappointed?
Hopefully not. I think I did pretty well in your regard.
Okay.
I am 4-4 in a 10-man PPR.
Okay.
And I had Swift and Chase. I got rid of them. I traded Chase and Deion Jackson for Amari Cooper and Waddle.
Chase and Deion for Amari Cooper and Waddle. I don't hate that.
All right.
I mean, it could backfire. It could backfire if Chase comes back healthy, but like you're taking a lot of gambles by not taking that trade, I think. So I'm okay with that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did like Deion especially this week, but I figured with Cooper and Waddle it kind of balanced out.
Okay, and hit me with the next one. What'd you get for Swift?
I traded Swift, Foreman, and Wilson, so a little package deal here.
Okay.
Now this is where you might be mad.
Okay.
I got Amon-Ra, Najee Harris, and Jeff Wilson.
So you got rid of Swift, and who was it again? Swift and who?
Deontay Foreman.
Foreman. Okay. I mean, that's pretty. You could argue either side of that. I think that you now got to try and get rid of Najee, which is going to be your biggest struggle because no one wants him. But you're the only person on the planet that wanted him. But you know what that guy did is he put a package deal together. So maybe you can do that too. I think Amon-Ra is going to probably be the best player in that deal, to be honest with you. So I don't think you made a mistake. It's just a matter of can you get rid of Najee for something. Try getting rid of Najee and a player for Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is my favorite buy low right now.
Okay. All right. That sounds pretty fair. Do you think I could try to work anything for Henry? I'm pretty deep at receiver at this point.
What are your wide receivers?
And I also have Barkley.
What are your wide receivers?
So now I have Amon-Ra, Waddle, Cooper, Thielen, Allen, Wandale, Robinson, and Myers.
And your running backs?
I'm a little light with Singletary, Jeff Wilson, Pacheco, Barkley, and then Najee.
I don't think you're getting Henry, man, unless you're giving up your like elite players. And I think it just is going to drain you. You don't have a wide receiver good enough to get Henry, and so you have to give up multiple. So it doesn't make sense. If anything, I'd maybe look to go get a Walker or an ETN and an additional player for Barkley. I'd maybe go. I mean, you could try and give up Najee. And who are your wide receivers one more time? Amon-Ra, who?
I got Waddle, Cooper, Phelan, Allen, Robinson, Myers.
I maybe give up Najee and Waddle for like the best running back you can get your hands on.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fair to me.
You know, or go after, like I said, Andrews. I go after Andrews if I can with Najee and not Amon-Ra, not Waddle, but Najee and a wide receiver for Andrews would be good. Try those things.
Okay.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right.
Later.
Thank you. Take care.
You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, what's up, Smitty? This is Drew.
What's up?
So, I got a miracle team here that's 5-3, even though I started with Javonte, Rashad Penny, Breece Hall, and J.K. Dobbins. So, we're just trying to piece together this league. Unfortunately, everyone makes the playoffs in this league because it's a bunch of my friends. It's the only league I have like that.
Hey,
so people aren't really trading as much.
Yeah, sometimes that's fun though. But okay.
You know, because they're all like they can wait on JT to get better, even though they're 1-7 because they're guaranteed to make the playoffs. So my squad is I got Kirk Cousins, Trevor Lawrence, and Dak Prescott as my quarterbacks. This is a nine-man league. I was going to trade one of the two quarterbacks this week, but I need one of them because Dak's on bye. My running backs are ETN, Aaron Jones, Stephon Diggs is my receiver. I have Josh Palmer handcuffed with Mike Williams. Tunyon is my starter this week at tight end, but Greg Dulcich is my normal tight end, but he's also on bye.
Okay.
I have Duvernay at the flex spot this week because I have Jerry Jeudy on a bye week. On my bench, I've got Jeff Wilson Jr., and I've got Nyheim Hines and Mike Williams, like I said, but he's hurt for another 3 weeks. I've also got Kyron Williams and Elijah Mitchell.
What's the question, my guy?
All right, so I'm trying to make some moves to make this team a little better, but the big thing is waivers. Everyone's on waivers in this league. So Rashad White's there, Deion Jackson's there, Warren's there, Chuba Hubbard's there. So I'm trying to figure out who I should pick up amongst those guys this week and going forward, and who I should drop.
All right, name your worst four guys.
My worst four guys, they have upside. I'd say it's Wilson, Hines. Palmer in 4 weeks, but Palmer's good right now. And then I have one open space that I'm probably going to pick up Deion Jackson with.
All right, so you got to decide is Palmer or White worth holding? Are you using Palmer?
Palmer's in this week because Jerry Jeudy's on a bye week and Mike Williams is hurt for 4 more weeks.
I mean, if I don't want to drop Wilson. I don't think I want to drop Hines. I do take Deion this week. I like Rashad White a lot, but I don't know that you're making any cuts right now. You just got to monitor him. You know, Hines. I guess Hines is tough. Like White's better than Hines.
Yeah, but Hines' upside is so high in a passing offense that runs the ball through short passes.
Yeah, so I was going to say White's better, but Hines has situation that might just make it to where you hold on to him for right now. But I monitor the heck out of White. I don't let anybody else grab him. You know, if you can stay on top of it, just be a waiver wire monster.
That's what I've had to do this season because of injuries.
But Deion's going to help you this week if you need him. If you don't need him this week, then, I mean, I guess why pick him up and you could just pick up White. But if you're going to use Deion or you could trade Deion, then it makes sense to pick up Deion.
Well, I have Duvernay as the flex. Would you drop Duvernay for White and just put Deion Jackson in instead of Duvernay at the flex?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that then. That should help me with this week. Because if I win this week, I'm the number 2 seed in the league, and then I can kind of
take
a breath and start looking
I like
at
Duvernay,
changes.
but I like Duvernay, but I'm definitely more interested in Rashad White maybe winning you the league. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, bro.
All right, brother. I appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Corazon, you're up.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
Hey, some trade advice. These injuries are starting to hurt me.
All right, hit me with it.
Okay, so I've got I'm 7-1, full PPR. I've got Joe Burrow, Jamal Williams, DeAndre Swift, Diggs, Olave, Waller, Palmer.
Okay.
And then on my bench, I've got Pacheco, Robinson,
Which one?
White, Wilson, Jamar Chase, and Njoku.
What Rob do you have?
What was that?
What you said Robinson? What Robinson?
Oh, James Robinson. Sorry.
There's like 3 of them. Okay. So,
yeah.
What's your question?
So Swift is killing me. So I'd be starting Jamal, which is good. Who could I could package with Swift to get? Like, who could I get with a package with Swift? Who would I package with Swift? Would like Swift and Olave for a good top 5 RB be a good trade, like CMC or something?
Yeah,
or?
I mean, you're not going to get CMC for Swift and Olave. Someone will laugh. I mean, try, but someone would laugh. Like, you know, they bring that to me, and I'd hit the river dance button. It would be this right here. But I mean, certainly try. But like Walker, ETN is more attainable potentially, and even that's going to be hard to get done. But like you get a Walker and ETN, that's going to be pretty good. You know, that's going to be a home run. Walker, ETN using Swift and Olave. I mean, it's a lot to give up, though. It certainly is.
So I was offered ETN and Mike Evans for my Diggs.
I would take that.
Okay.
I mean, that gives you enough potential depth to really kind of weather through some things, bro. Like, I mean, I like Diggs a lot. But Evans and ETN is a nice package. As long as if you feel like you need to make a move. Now, you're 7-1, though. You know, you're 7-1 for a reason. However, you have Chase out, so that's going to hurt you, and you might be looking at Chase not, coming back, or maybe he comes back. We don't really know. I think he's coming back.
Even if he comes back.
What?
I said even if he comes back, I think he won't be elite talent. I think he'll be hesitant to, do those crazy jumps and those.
Well, if you feel that way, I would probably trade him then. But I think he could come back and be amazing. Put yourself on mute, my guy. We're gonna take him off the call. He's a little loud there.
Okay.
A little loud there. So I mean, I would take Evans and ETN, bro. I would take Evans and ETN.
Yeah. I've been trying to do your Buffalo Bills triple stack, and this guy, he wanted Burrow, Swift, and Olave for Josh Allen and Kenneth Walker.
Burrow, Swift, and Olave for what? Burrow, Swift, Olave for what?
For Josh Allen and Kenneth Walker.
Burrow, Swift, Olave. I take Josh Allen and Kenneth Walker in a millisecond.
Okay.
Yeah, pull that off, bro. Go do that.
Okay. I just I would have to pick up a wide receiver on the waiver to fill because I don't have any wide receiver depth at the moment.
Yeah, that's a home run. That was actually offered to you, and you rejected it, or?
It was offered to me a couple hours ago. I just wanted to see, waited for till you went live. So.
I would take. Does the chat disagree with me? I mean, that's a home run, right? I mean, you're talking about Swift. We don't know what Swift's going to be. Olave I like, but like you're talking about getting a quarterback upgrade in Josh Allen. You're talking about getting a top 7 overall player in Kenneth Walker. That's a smash. Like, people dream of that, bro. They're going to be about how many people are still in here? I know a lot of people left to watch the game. 179 people still in here. There are about 170 people out of the 179 are going to go to bed tonight dreaming of that trade and waking up just completely distraught that it was a dream. And you have that sitting right in front of you. Smash it.
And then last question, do I hold Njoku?
Well, I talked about it earlier. You probably heard me. I'm not a big fan in Njoku unless he's your only option, So I'm not worried about him. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Spiffy. What's up? Hey, for anybody watching right now, this is the guy. We just got to remind everybody that had the two tight ends, the Kelsey and Pitts, and then finally was able to maybe make a move and you wanted to trade for another tight end. All right, so Spiffy, give me an update. Tell me something that I want to hear.
Yeah, I'll give you an update. So out of all the trades, I'm close to doing one. It was one of the quarterback ones, and I spoke to the guy, and he said to send it. It was Pitt and Rodgers for Herbert.
Let's see what the chat thinks about that. This is where he's got this two tight ends going on. Does everybody take Herbert over Pitts and A-Rod? He's got Kelsey in the tight end spot. Is this enough?
I think I should mention that my quarterback, I guess my best quarterback as of now, I have both Rodgers and Kirk Cousins, but I would assume that the better quarterback as of now has been Cousins. And it's a tricky situation because I just checked, both Herbert and Cousins have identical points to the T for this season. So I don't know
Herbert,
what you think.
Herbert and Cousins, yeah. Well, Herb hasn't done very well. But Herb's is, you're banking on Herbert bouncing back. You're getting a lot of mixed motions here. You got somebody said gross, somebody said sure, somebody said Herbert, somebody said Herbert. Does he need a QB? He's got Aaron Rodgers and Cousins. Yeah, take that. If it's dynasty, sure.
No, just redraft.
Yeah, I'm just reading.
No, I know you know, but for the people out there.
Mm-hmm. I would probably take Herbert if it's me. I mean, I talked about this with you. I think it gives you Herbert. If Herbert doesn't do better, then it's gonna not be a great trade, but it's still not gonna be a bad trade. Herbert's probably gonna be as good as A-Rod at a very minimum. I hate to see you get rid of Pitts, but Pitts could also revert back and forth to this guy that looks really good and the guy that's not getting volume. I would take this chance if I'm you. You still got Swift, right? Swift, you got to try and maybe work that deal out, get rid of Swift somehow. It's a mixed bag. Some people like it, some people don't. But I would definitely take Herbert in this situation, given that you've been trying really hard to get rid of Pitts. And right. I think this upgrade, you're banking on Herbert blowing up. And if Herbert doesn't blow up, then you're probably not winning the league, or you're going to be, hard pressed to win it. And I think it's an okay gamble for you to take, given your situation. Your team definitely needs something. And if this guy's been trying to get rid of Pitts and Kelsey all year long. I really like the idea of getting rid of Kelsey over Pitts, because I think you could get some significant pieces, but it sounds like these people aren't trading. So, you're having to lowball sell.
Let me tell you, I've been attempting to get through to these people. And then I sent you that the guy who I was trying to trade, I was trying to get Walker and DK, maybe JT and Pittman. He traded away JT and DK, and he received CD Lamb and Deontay Foreman. So I mean, when that happened, I was like, oh man, everything kind of blew up.
Yeah.
All those trades that we thought of, but
I say do it, man. I say do it. Try and get something else if you can, though. But I say do it.
The only other trade that I was considering or maybe attempting was maybe Kelsey for Etienne and Chase. or Etienne or something else.
Of course, you take Etienne and Chase over Kelsey. That's what I was saying. That I like that better for you than this trade. If you can get rid of Kelsey for a double stack of something, and you get Etienne and Chase, that's a smash, bro. All right, man. I'm gonna let you run. I got to jump to the next call. Appreciate you, Spiffy. Thank you.
All right, let you go.
All right, I got someone in a warehouse. Someone in a warehouse is moving something. What's up, my guy? Working hard.
Hey, what's up?
Who's this?
What's up, Smitty?
Who's it?
Anthony.
Who's this?
This is D. Anthony.
What's up, man?
Hey, I got a quick question for you. So I got a JT, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Taylor. So would you trade him for the DJ Moore or Michael Pittman?
JT for DJ Moore, Michael Pittman? No.
No, just hold tight.
Yeah, you gotta get something like you might have to give up a little something, but you want to try and get into a running back, like that's undervalued, like Walker right now, coming off of one game. Everyone's like,
Well, I already had Kenny Walker. Got Kenny Walker and Aaron Jones, Jonathan Taylor.
okay. Then go after a wide receiver like St. Brown, or go after Mark Andrews at tight end. I think you start settling for like DJ Moore type players, and you're just diluting JT to a point where even if those guys play okay, you're probably not winning a league off of that type of swap. But like you turn it into an Andrews who could be the number one player at his position going forward. I'm not saying he will. I mean, Kelsey I have ranked above him, but I'm saying he's capable of it. St. Brown's capable of being a top 5 wide receiver. Is he a lock to do it? No. But
yeah,
do something like that, man.
Okay.
Something impacting.
All right, I'll keep trying. Thanks a lot, Smith.
All right, man. Appreciate you. All right, voice messages. This is from Michael.
Trade Jonathan Taylor and DK for Ramondre Stevenson and Gabe Davis. What do you think, Smitty?
Jonathan Taylor and DK. Jalen Hurts. Jonathan Taylor.
Trade Jonathan Taylor and DK for Ramondre Stevenson and Gabe Davis. What do you think, Smitty?
Ramondre and Gabe Davis for JT and no. I think I'd rather take the chance on JT, but that could change in a day. St. Brown, Olave, DK Palmer, choose 3. Give me St. Brown. Thank you, Slayer. Give me St. Brown. Give me DK. Give me Olave. St. Brown, DK, Olave. Palmer on the bench. Gainwell, touchdown. Philly's just running the ball whenever they need to get near the goal line. But, as fantasy frustrating as this is why they're so good. Is they're efficient between the 20s, throwing the football, and they just know how to get in the end zone, protect the ball, be safe with it. And they know how to run. They know how to run. They know how to find. I mean, just look at them ripping through the gap like that. It's just completely wide open. Spread out. The pass is spread them out. The mobility of Hurts allows the defense. It makes the defense step back and spread out. They've got to spy Jalen Hurts because it's almost like an option handoff. You don't know if he's gonna run the ball or not. And then he hands it off to Gainwell. Gainwell just has a wide open rushing lane. It's like open city up the A gap or B gap. No matter what he chooses, Hurts is just commanding this team. This is such a good, powerful Philly team. Defense is great. Philly's going to the Super Bowl, in my opinion. I think Tony HGH might be dreaming, but am I the only one that thinks Sam Ehlinger is going to set the NFL on fire? I don't know if I feel like he's setting anything on fire, but I think he's going to get better and better. And then JT, if he's healthy, will actually do better. Pittman could do better. We'll see. Slayer, St. Brown, I already got to that one. Appreciate you, Slayer. Thank you. Rico, Najee, and Hunt for Gabe Davis, Rondell Foreman. Which side? Honestly, I'm taking the Gabe Davis and Foreman side. And then I try and flip Foreman, but I definitely feel like I'm not on the Najee train anymore. Heating, appreciate you. Smitty got Kamara, Donovan Peoples-Jones, DP. Or is that Dameon Pierce? Dameon Pierce. Dameon Pierce, Kamara, Foreman, Pitts, Algier, Mike Williams, Devernay, Singletary, Taysom need help upgrading wide receiver. Nobody wants to trade, and waiver wire is crap. Kamara, Dameon Pierce, Foreman. Foreman's your exploit here. So Foreman and St. Brown, and you already have who do you have at wide receiver? You have you're struggling at wide receiver, aren't you? What wide receivers can I locate and pinpoint on my thefantasyfootballshow.com rankings, which you can find at what I just told you. Thefantasyfootballshow.com. One-on-one text device, bold predictions, all that great stuff. Thefantasyfootballshow.com. If I had to tell you, bro, heating, I would say Foreman could get you a T. Higgins, maybe a DK, maybe an injured Mike Evans. You might have to give up more. Algier and Foreman. I know that gets rid of your running back depth, but you still got Singletary. You could trade Singletary. You could trade Pitts or Taysom Hill. Maybe you trade Foreman and Pitts or Foreman and Hill and try and get a Debo, try and get a Higgins, try and get a Mike Evans, try and get a DK. You could trade Foreman for Olave if you wanted to get crafty and take a little bit of a gamble. Tyler with a super chat. Tyler says Herbert, Cousins, JT, CP, Foreman, Jets, Justin Jefferson, Lamb, Godwin, Andrews. Would you trade Herbert and Godwin for Devontae Adams? So you're going to start Cousins going forward. Herbert and Godwin for Devontae Adams. Probably. I don't hate Cousins, but I hate starting him as my starter when you have Herbert. And you're 7-1, and you've been doing that without Herbert doing well. And now he comes off the bye week, probably refreshed, but his wide receivers are down. Dameon Pierce, oh my God, he was one tackle away from breaking off a big long run. Oh, pick up your heel. High knees, Dameon. High knees. Oh, Dameon Pierce was so close. That would at least been like a 20, 30-yard rip. Oh, got corralled right at the ankle. On the heel, by the heel. I would take Adams, bro. Bye week free. Best player in the deal. Just try and get like a Kyler Murray using like Cousins and maybe Foreman. Gets you a quarterback upgrade. Go, Dameon. He runs so tough. Love Dameon Pierce. AG. Lockett, Palmer, DJ Moore, Amon-Ra, Cup. Sit one. Why are we bringing Cup into this, bro? Why are we bringing Amon-Ra into this? You're sitting probably Palmer unless Lockett's banged up or something entering this game. Like, if you're sitting one. As much as we love Palmer, you can't sit those guys. Who's down right now? Offensive lineman? No, defensive lineman. Who is that? Oh, Cox is down. Keenan for Olave. In a heartbeat, bro. In a heartbeat. Henry for Diggs. Keep Henry. But Olave, bro, Keenan Allen may never play again. And you're going to get Olave, like a crafty, high-end wide receiver, too?
Got him.
King 25, code 428. Dispatch Vito Popo. Popo's been dispatched.
Almost take a lap worthy for waiting on that one, bro. Not punching that one through and hitting that button. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. No harm, no foul. But, like, you get Olave for Keenan Allen. He may not even play again, bro. He got worse. Keenan Allen's the only wide receiver in the NFL that could have a bye week and get worse by resting. Keenan Allen and Waller for Kelsey. Another, like, no offense, Jay, but you're almost getting yourself. This one's for you, Jay.
Got him.
Now, maybe, Jay, you're actually just cooking these up and they're going to get rejected. If these offers are sitting there, you need to take that one and run. Kelsey, I think you're cooking them up. I think these are in the J Lab. You got these cooking up in the J Lab right now. But I'm certainly punching that one, bro. I'm smashing that all day long. I think you're dialing these up. These are going to get rejected. But Jay, you're trying hard, and I give you that. Jay, to the moon.
To the moon.
Don't get yourself. Don't be got. Let one of those sit out there if they're out there. Called in earlier, and I was hung up on. Well, maybe because you had the background music blaring. Andrew, dial in again, Andrew. I'm looking for you right now. There was somebody that I had to disconnect because I answered it, and it was like... Andrew, dial in right now. I'm going to hang up on anybody that's not Andrew. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Are you Andrew? That sounds like Andrew again. Is this Andrew? That's Andrew. It's got to be Andrew. The background noise. Andrew? Hello?
No. It was Heavy CNC.
Hello? Who is this?
Heavy CNC.
Do I own CMC?
No, this is Heavy CNC.
Oh, Heavy. Hey, Heavy, hold on one second. Let's see if this is Andrew. Is this Andrew?
This is Andrew, yeah.
Okay, Andrew, hang tight. I got Heavy CMC on the phone, and then I'm going to come to you next. Okay, so hang tight. Don't do any...
I just want to let you know you didn't hang up on me. I didn't say you hung up. I said as I hung up, I got a trade that went
through. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were the person I hung up on. You're right. I'm reading it wrong. I thought you were the mouth breather from earlier. Okay. So hang tight.
No.
Don't do any mouth breathing or pressing buttons or any forklift work in the background. Okay. Heavy CMC, what are we dealing with here?
What's going on, brother? So it's in line with the same topics you were talking about before with the grabbing Palmer, potentially grabbing Duvernay from my roster. What are your thoughts in regards to straight up dropping Njoku? I got the Taysom Hill trade probably going through tomorrow. That'll leave me with Isaiah Likely. Is that a solid enough roster moving forward, you think, or what?
I'm kind of not picking up what it's a little bit hard to hear. So you're saying should you start Likely, and then what is the question?
Yeah, it might be because of where I'm at.
Yeah, that's right. Hit me with it one more time.
So it might be because of where I'm at. So here's the deal. I'm going to drop in Njoku and grab Palmer. Is that solid?
Yeah, that's solid. I mean, you got Likely. I do it. And Njoku's injured right now. He's 200
Yeah.
He's like 270 pounds, 6'4". Kind of tough to navigate on a high ankle at that size.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
That's a lot of weight to be
correct.
putting on that. So like guys that have those injuries and they're that big, it's even more of a concern. But I mean, is he a good pickup later? Sure, but like he's not helping you right now. So
no, he's not. He's not at all.
yeah.
And then my next question is: this is my first year with this fantasy football, and I've never done it before, but I do enjoy it.
Good.
Do I go for a running back or a wide receiver as far as my roster is concerned, or just leave it as is?
Look at Dameon Pierce doing Dameon Pierce things. Oh my God, that was the best run I've seen. Probably that might have been the best run I've seen all year. I don't know if I'm getting overly excited. Am I wrong?
That kid's a beast.
Am I wrong on this being one of the best runs of the season?
No, definitely not.
This was unbelievable.
No,
I know I'm biased. 1, 2 tackles, 3 tackles.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's an animal.
That was such a nice run.
And people didn't want to start him tonight, Smitty.
Huh?
No, they didn't. They didn't.
People didn't want to start Pierce tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough if you had, like, a dilemma and a half in front of you. Like, where you had, like, a Pierce and a Pierce type of talent. Like, 2 Pierces sitting running right in front of you, and you have Thursday night football against the Eagles. Like, I can understand it. But, yeah, anybody that was, like, flirting with a, let me put, some kind of bench guy in there. Or let me wait on Deion Jackson when you don't even know if Deion Jackson's going to start or not. Like, and you're going to put Pierce on the bench. Shame on you. Take a lap.
Correct.
But okay, so I'm sorry. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, not a problem at all, man. Not a problem. All right, so basically, should I get a running back or a wide receiver as far as my roster is concerned, or leave it as is? And
I kind of forget
keep pushing?
your roster. Can you read it off real quick?
All right, no problem, brother. I appreciate it, man. All right, so it's Josh Allen quarterback, Nick Chubb. Brees Hall went down, so take him out of there. All right, hold on 1 minute. I got to get the updated roster.
That run was nice. Top it off. Give Pierce a touchdown.
Go ahead. Okay, so it's Josh Allen, James Conner, A.J. Dillon, Gabe Davis, Taysom Hill, Rondell Moore, and Flex. Folk as a kicker. Vikings defense. And on my bench, I got Nick Chubb. He's got an off week. Deion Jackson, George Pickens.
I mean, you need a wide receiver.
Tony.
You need a wide receiver. Your best wide
Likely,
receiver. Who's your
and
best?
Joku.
Who are your best two wide
Yeah.
receivers? Who are your best two wide receivers?
I don't even know. I guess Gabe Davis and Thielen, right?
Yeah.
People sleep on Thielen, but he's been doing it for me.
Yeah, Gabe and Thielen are okay, but yeah, you need a wide receiver. But like, do I trade Connor? Do I trade? I mean, I don't know what you're gonna trade, bro. Your only shot is to divide Chubb up into like two players, like to get a Walker and a St. Brown, or go to the St. Brown owner and see what they got at running back. Kind of look at that. I don't necessarily punch that type of trade, but you definitely maybe need to divide and conquer to win this. I just don't think Allen, Chubb, and Gabe Davis, your three best players, are going to get it done. Did I miss a bigger name player that you said? Did I miss anybody?
I guess Pickens could blow up.
Who?
Who? Bruce Pickens, the Steelers wide receiver.
Oh yeah, I mean he's good, but your three best players, I believe, are Allen, Chubb, and Gabe Davis. Like that's not gonna win a championship. But you could turn Chubb into a Kenneth Walker and like St. Brown, or Pierce and St. Brown, and then now we're talking.
Oh, wait a minute. So at the end of the year, are you talking about your team's entirety of points is what wins, not the game? Is that how it works?
Well, I don't know. Every league's different. You might have a total points race. You might have a head-to-head matchup. Super Bowl winner gets it all. I don't know. Every league's different.
Okay, good. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
So
you got definitely look that up so you know what you're dealing with. But I'm just saying, like, this team's going to be hard pressed to win it all unless you divide and conquer. But you have to make sure you divide and conquer properly. Don't be dividing Chubb into like one good player and a guy that's not even a difference maker. It's got to be like a Walker and St. Brown. It's got to be a ETN and St. Brown. It's got to be a Devontae Adams and maybe even better than a Stevenson. Like something like that. You got to.
Yeah.
All right, bro. I got to jump. I appreciate you.
All right, buddy. I'm fine, buddy.
All right, later. All right, Andrew.
Thank you.
Andrew, you're up.
Hey, brother.
You're up. I appreciate your $20 hauler, by the way.
To the moon.
No problem. My pleasure. I was so hyped up about the trade, it made my day.
All right, what trade are we talking about? What trade?
I sent Kirk Cousins in a one quarterback league for Lockett. So I had three quarterbacks. I needed to move one this week, and I got Lockett out of Cousins. So I have Dak and Trevor Lawrence now.
Yeah, I mean that could work out. Let's see. Your team is Dak, ETN, Aaron Jones, Diggs, Lockett, Jeff Will. Okay. Yeah, I mean hopefully.
Yeah, I have Jeff Wilson, Hines, Jerry Jeudy. I have Mike Wilson cuffed with Palmer, and I just dropped Duvernay for Rashad White because you told me to. Because after getting Lockett, I feel comfortable putting Palmer in the flex.
Yeah, White's on the verge, maybe of getting.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know. He may never become the guy, but shoot, I mean, if he does, it's crazy.
Yeah, and with ETN and Jones, I feel comfortable enough having a spot given to White for 3 weeks to see if he can pop off.
Yeah.
Pacheco's also in my waiver wire, and I'm kind of shocked by that. I thought about grabbing Pacheco too now.
Yeah.
But I have so many guys that if they go,
Yeah, look for acquiring like Gabe Davis on the cheap, using like Jeff Wilson, using Hines, using Jeudy. Pittman's a good go get on the cheap for using those guys. Don't trade any of your bigger guns. Other guys to look for you. I mean, I'd love to see you get Andrews somehow, but I don't know that you're going to be able to do that without dividing up something that you don't want to divide up.
Yeah.
Other players to go get that are pretty cheap right now. Yeah, those are kind of the main
Unfortunately, the St. Brown owner will not trade him. He thinks he's the greatest receiver in the world. So
yeah, I mean,
he asked for he tried to offer me Miles Sanders and St. Brown for Diggs and Jones, and I'm like, dude, you're crazy. That's not happening.
All right, bro. Anything else?
No, that's it. I was just letting you know that the trade went through.
Attaboy, appreciate your support, and call in anytime, Andrew.
All right, sounds good, brother. You have a good one.
Later. Andrew, monster, dropping let's give him a round of applause. Thank you for dropping that $20 hauler. Appreciate you. And then this super chat from AG, Deion Jackson. Or start Dylan or Deion Jackson if JT's out. I mean, if JT's out, Deion Jackson by 100,000 miles, AG. By 100,000 miles. Like, that's not even close. And then trade Kamara for Dameon Pierce and Kenneth Walker. You're 3 and 5. I would take Pierce and Walker in a millisecond. Keaton. Now, the game started already, so I don't know how that's going to work for you if this is next week type of thing, but I'd take that in a millisecond. Trade Alvin Kamara for Dameon Pearson. Yeah, definitely. What's up, man? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Smitty. So I called you last week. I was asking you about trading Ramondre for Amon-Ra. So he said he wanted to throw in and do a 2-for-2.
Okay.
So I just picked up Palmer because I lost Chase and Williams.
Yep.
So my only guy was Sutton.
Okay.
So then I would throw in Palmer and he would throw in Drake London.
Sure.
So I'm wondering if you think that's still a good move for me.
For sure. I'd rather have London than probably Palmer on the year, but Palmer might be better this week. So, like, if Palmer blows up this week, don't be surprised. But, and he's pretty good long-term. But, I mean, I like London's talent more. Just London's situation blows. And Herbert might look and lean on Palmer. So, that could end up being a good swap for him. But, like, at the end of the day, I'm not worried about that part. The other part of the trade was what again? Who were the two players involved? It was... St. Brown and who? Stevenson?
Yeah, the other part was Ramondre for St. Brown.
Ramondre. Yeah, and I could go either way on this trade. Like I like Ramondre a ton, but like I like St. Brown a little more. You're getting St. Brown, right?
Yeah, I'm getting St. Brown.
Yeah. But if you needed a running back, I could get behind that too. That's like one of those things where it's like if I'm ranking, they're probably dead even. Look at
I got CMC. I got a lot of running backs.
Kenny
CMC,
Gainwell getting some run, people. Keep note, Kenny Gainwell getting some run. If Sanders goes down at any point, Kenny Gainwell is going to be leaned upon. They like him. All right, bro. What else you got?
So besides that, on that team, so I'm 6-2. Top 6 teams make playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, assuming I do that trade, then I would be looking at Amon-Ra and Sutton. Which obviously Sutton hasn't been doing much.
Yeah.
But do you think I could try to just wait it out, until Chase and Williams come back because I'm 6-2? Or do you think I can try, could I get anything for Sutton or maybe try to sell Williams because I am 6-2? Or what do you think? Should I sit tight?
I'd rather have Pittman than Sutton. I'd rather have Andrews and somebody, if you can get somebody for Chase. I'd take Andrews and Mark Andrews and somebody for Jamar Chase. Get those points now. You probably could wait. Don't do anything stupid. Don't trade Chase away for some wide receiver 3 or something, or a low end wide receiver 2. Like Chase he's still ranked like in the the 10 to 15 range. If you're drafting right now, like would I take I'm looking at a list of wide receivers. Would I take an A.J. Brown, an Amon-Ra, a C.D. Lamb over Jamar Chase? Absolutely. But do I get to a point like after Waddle and, I maybe even take Debo, over him. But once you get past like Hopkins, Debo, and you start looking at like, Olave, who I like, DJ Moore, McLaurin, it's like you almost got to bank on Jamar. With your record, you can't be trading him away for someone like that. But Andrews is intriguing. In some cases, you can get more.
All right. Yeah.
All right, bro.
Because I have Andrews in that league as my tight end.
You already have him?
And then I got Dak. Yeah, and then I got Dak and Tua. So my last question was, do you think I should try to trade one of those QBs? Or do you think I should, because it's a 1 QB league, So
in 1 QB leagues, people rarely trade for a QB, but sure, you can get rid of one of Dak or Tua and then upgrade something like I don't know, like who's your running back 2 and who's your wide receiver 2?
my running back 2 is Dameon Pierce, and then my wide receiver 2 right now is, once I do the trade, it'll be Sutton.
Yeah, I mean, would I trade one of your quarterbacks in Sutton to get like a DK? Would I trade one of your quarterbacks in Sutton to get a Higgins? Would I trade one of your quarterbacks in Sutton to get a, I'd trade Sutton for Olave straight up, by the way. But, upgrade, sure, absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Yep.
All right, this one's from Bleezo. 6-2, CMC, Walker, Mixon, Herbert, Pacheco, Higgins, Cooper, London, Palmer. Traded Mixon for JT and McLaurin. I like that. I like that because, look, McLaurin can hang with Mixon. He can hang with them, and you get the JT bonus. Why not? Go get Deion Jackson if he's available. Appreciate you, my dude. We've been live for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm going to jump. I'm your man, Smitty. I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday. I'm live whenever news breaks. And I'm also live Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at midnight Eastern. And that means I'll probably be live tonight for a little Q&A session. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. I'm on the way out. I'm on the way out the door. So make it.
Sorry.
Make it quick.
It's Nicholas. I said my name tonight, but I got offered JT and Sun God for AJ Brown. Or no, I'm sorry. I got offered JT and Sun God for Kamara, and then I also got offered Dameon Pierce and Sutton for my AJ Brown. I have Allen and Diggs, and I don't really have a good RB2. Are these good moves, or should I try to get a better 2-for-1 going?
No on the AJ Brown one. Please repeat the first one more time.
It was my Kamara for JT and
Sun God.
Amon-Ra.
That one's tough. Chat, what are we thinking on that one? I kind of feel like Kamara is worth more. Can we get a group chat on that, or a group vote on that one? Let's see what everybody's thinking.
Also, the Dameon Pierce owner has Olave, and originally I wanted Dameon Pierce and Olave for AJ Brown. And maybe he'll budge on it because he doesn't really have a definite wide receiver 1.
I would trade. The chat's saying keep Kamara, and I agree. I think you could get more.
Okay.
As far as Dameon Pierce and Olave for AJ Brown, that's a pretty good trade.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because I mean, you could argue that Dameon Pierce and AJ Brown are close enough, and Olave is very undervalued right now. So I probably take that one.
There's also another guy that has. I have Allen and Diggs. He has Gabe Davis and Kenny, and I was trying to do AJ Brown for them because he also doesn't have a wide receiver 1, but he has 3 really good running backs.
We're doing that one live. We're doing that one live.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do that one.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. He's not budging, but he said if he loses, because he's 4-4, if he loses this week, then he'll try to trade, I think. But yeah, that's definitely the one that I was trying to do. But okay.
All right, bro.
That's what I thought. I was a little hesitant because I don't really trust JT, and
All right, got to go. Appreciate you. Oh, whoops, I hung up on him. I didn't mean to hang up on you, my guy. I was trying to minimize it. Anyway, my bad for hanging up. Appreciate you calling in, and keep us updated on that. I'll see you all tonight, midnight-ish Eastern. Every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, your boy Smitty's live about midnight-ish Eastern. So I'll see you all then. Peace out. Good luck in tonight's game. Let's go, Dameon Pierce. See you later, Gary. See you later, Emerald. See you later, Matt. Ed, the 54. Appreciate you. Travis. Nightlife. Wesley. Shoddy. Appreciate you, Shoddy. I'll see you all tonight. Go Damian Pierce. Looks good. Later, Jonathan. Later, Matt.
People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.
And off he goes to the planet known as Uranus.